Okay. Yeah, it's a little late, but better late than never, I guess. Let's see. Okay. I gotta figure out how to hide my cards. That way people don't just watch my video, you know what I mean? And figure out what my card is and play me by just watching the video. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold it down for a little bit and make sure I can let's see, give me a second, folks, and make sure share, copy. Been so distracted I'm not even playing my hands. There you go. Oh, Eric Hurd, come on. Stupid captures are killing me. I would also usually play this on DLive, but DLive logins aren't working quite right, so you're gonna have to excuse me. Just wait a little bit. I'm trying to get ready here. Oh man, sometimes I wish I would play my junk hands. Not really. Okay, here we go. That's good. Let's move this out. All right, and let's move that up. And start streaming here. Okay, that sounds good. I figured a lot of, see, good thing I didn't go in my junk hand. There's a flush possibility. Hand straight possibility. And a full boat possibility. I only have 2 pair. Not a good 2 pair. Oh, and you guys probably should, I gotta figure out the gray background. See, you guys can see my hand. Let's go ahead and move that so it's a little bit more in the middle. So, of course I'm going to show you my hand because this is a pretty dumb hand. It's a Queen 2 offsuit. I ain't going to play that junk hand. I'm going to need a hotkey for that so I don't have to keep pressing the button to hide it. Let's see, hotkeys for excuse me. There's a couple of videos I want to do today, but if it's not gonna get on DLive, you know, just one of the blockchains where I can upload. Figured why let's just wait a little bit. It's hard. I can't upload. You can't upload on DLive, so you just have to do it live. I'm sure they'll change stuff. Give me a second here. I'm still trying to find my source. That's not it. Wow. Where did it go? Not that one. Not even paying attention to the game right now. So I just yeah, Queen 4. I need a hotkey to this thing. Where is it? Here it is. Oh, the gray. And I'm gonna fold. Of course I'm gonna fold. Now a good thing about this is you guys can go ahead and see. What are the other hotkeys I've got? Am I using any of the control hotkeys? No, I'm not. So do control 1. Control 1. Show. Hide. How about that? Control 1. Oop. Oh, that's weird. Why did it go that way? Control 1, Control 0. Okay, that's a little bit better. I'm not playing 10-3 offsuit, just so you guys know. This table has been a little weird. People have been playing very loose. Oh, you can kind of see through, huh? It's where's the gray background? Oh, there's two gray backgrounds. Transfer. Good. Okay. So I had Jack 9 offsuit, not playing that, and two gray background. That's why. So Control 0, 1. Okay. 1, 0. So people who don't play poker or don't play very often, I don't play very often. I wish I could play more often, but I don't. I haven't found any local games. I don't think there are any local games around here. Closest game I've got is about an hour and a half away. I'd say about an hour 45 drive away over in Iowa in a horseshoe casino. But that's maybe once or twice a year. Not very often. I'd like to do it more often, especially when we would go visit Omaha. But we'll see. So today is just kind of like there aren't many of these big tournaments. I think there's one next week too, and I've still got some money in the account. So you know, I only like playing. I don't like playing cash games online. I don't like playing even sit and goes. I don't like playing sit and goes. But these large tournaments, I'll play the large tournaments. I just think it's a little bit fairer. You're not gonna make too big of a bold all-in move with nothing. Some people do really play aggressive and bluff a lot online, but you're not gonna go far by doing that repeatedly. So right now, I missed the first hour. Again, if you're in a huge tournament, you could play 0 hands in the first hour. Like, you start with 15,000 chips in this tournament. I think when I finally got to the computer, loaded up the game, I had 14,480 chips. So I lost like 520 chips just for an hour's worth of not being on. Typically, I would not play this hand, and I'm not. Oh, look at that. I had a weak flush draw. Right, so you know, that's pretty much it. I like to play a lot of poker in the past. It's just kind of a fun thing, but this one, you know, it's if I make it to the final table, that makes me last a little bit longer. I've made it to a lot of final tables in the past, and it's more of a hobby than anything else. Ooh, 727. Like, I don't take notes. I just play the table, and it's usually good enough to remember the entire table. If I had pocket aces, I'd call. Pocket kings, I wouldn't. Actually, if I had pocket kings right there, I probably would have played, just because I had more chips. You know, it's worth playing pocket kings if you can cover the bet and survive the tournament. Like, I've been in a tournament where I literally had maybe like I think 51 chips. That was the lowest chips I had. 51 chips. I ended up I just kept holding out, and then I finally made my bet. I doubled up, and I doubled up again. Next thing you know, I came in second place overall. Jack 9, I can play it again. I'm gonna have to start figuring out the thing. I gotta cover up before I get my hand. If it's a good hand, I'll keep it hidden until the end. And then if it's a bad hand, of course I'll show it. And maybe if anyone cares to learn from me, who am I? I'm pretty much nobody. You know, I'll go and clean up a table some days. Most days I play, but I don't play very often. I always wonder if there are people who are regulars that remember me, because I don't really play that often. But I'll remember the regulars. I know who they are, who play pretty much every day at a casino, at a poker room. But I figured they remember me, but they don't say much. All right, just gotta remember to do the control 1 to hide. And I typically play cash games if I go to a poker room. I don't play tournaments that often. It's just a lot of time consuming. Preparation, like if you really prepare yourself for like a real tournament, a real poker tournament's gonna last 3 to 4 days, maybe more. If you like in East Coast, if you play over at gosh, I can't remember, Foxwoods Casino over in the East Coast, they'll have some pretty good tournaments, poker tournaments, and I think if you make it to the final table, like it'll take a weekend, like 3 days to make it to the final table. Then you gotta go back, I think 4th day, 5th day, and those are gonna be like until somebody wins. So you're looking at a long event, even for something just not very huge. Probably I mean, some of these, like this poker game, I forgot to hide my cards, but I haven't been getting good cards. I had a ace king offsuit on the button. That means on that thing. So small blind, big blind. I was up against big blind, and he beat me out with 5-6 diamonds. He got the flush on the flop, and I had a pair of kings on the flop, with a flush draw, with the ace of diamonds flush draw. Good thing he didn't bet much, and you know, if he would bet a lot, I would have folded. But if another diamond came, I would have had the nut flush. That's just how things go. All right, hide. Good. You can kind of still see my cards, right? Let me see. I think when it flips over, it doesn't show the whole thing. If it does, I might have to hide my own gray bubble here. I mean, I can barely tell what those cards are with it covered like that. Yeah, I think it's see-through. Let me figure out a way to cover it better. All right. There we go. So when it's not up, I'll cover it up. Me, I like to play differently. It's a lot different playing an online tournament where you don't get to see anyone's faces, their reactions, their tells. Just pretty much memorization sometimes of what hands they played before, but sometimes players come and go. You could tell by the numberings. And I play it different. Look, so 6-5 diamonds, I'm not going to play it. Position's not very good. Like if I was like closer to the button, maybe small blind or big blind, and you know the bet's not big, I might call something like this, just because someone else might not raise it over me. Because if I'm committed, right, if I call 300, someone's gonna easily raise that 300 with a good hand. So kind of basics if people want to learn is position accounts for a good amount of things. Like you need to know your cards, which is a strong hand, which is not a strong hand, what is different levels of hands. They call them strong, medium, weak, whatever. There's books on it. You can go and read. Most likely, people who are watching this don't really read the books. So, closer you are to if you're closest to the first person making the first bet, where they have to call or raise or fold, you want to have a really strong hand. You can't go in with something like a 10 jack of diamonds, or especially a 5-6 diamonds. But the closer you are to the last person who calls, if no one's raised, like the big blind, you can take your chances and play with the weaker hand, and just know that you're not gonna, you're behind. You're gonna be behind. But most likely, you know what the person before you has, if they're a good poker player. Oh, I had a weak flush. What I mean by that is, okay, I have an ace of 7 offsuit, right? If I had an ace king, definitely gonna call. If I had ace queen because one person folded, yeah, I might make a call. Ace jack, no, that's depends on people. Ace 7 offsuit, definitely not. Because like the first 4 people didn't raise, that means everyone else in the hand, they don't need as strong of a hand to raise. You want to raise, you don't really want to call. And like if I had right now like an ace 9 or an ace 10 right now, where that 690 player is right here, I would go and raise it up. It wouldn't be the best move at all, but if no one has a good hand, he could take the pot. He'd have to risk someone else having pocket pair to just slightly beat him, or ace 10, ace jack, ace queen, ace king. Okay, 860. See, nah, that guy's not bad. He doesn't have to have much. He just knows he could just raise it at that, knowing the odds that they'll have a decent hand to go over. Not that big. Ace 2, not good. I would probably not even play an ace 2 in a poker tournament unless I was the big blind and no one else raised it on me. So but that could be different. If I'm at the final table and it's just one-on-one, just for the top place, yeah, I'll play an ace 2 offsuit. The ace kicker's usually a good enough hand to pull it through. But again, full table, and one thing you'll see a difference on in a real, from a real where you can see people, cash game where there's 10 people seated, as opposed to an online poker game where at most there's 9 to a table. Now, the less amount of people in the table, once it gets to like 4 or 5 people in the table, the game changes a little bit. You can almost win with any hand. Sorry, my wife is with the kids and stuff. And wow, it's funny. Maybe I should be playing the ace 2 offsuit. No, do not play the ace 2 offsuit in my position. I'll bet you one of them has an ace. If one of them has the ace, no one's going for the flush draw. That could be a problem. I bet you one of them has the ace. They're probably worried about a flush draw. It could be a reason why it slowed them down. So someone else could have like a king, queen, queen 10 of clubs. A jack 10. Wow. No one had the ace. And he was a big blind. Okay, so it makes you think he had a... Not a bad hand to call with big blind. So this guy didn't even have an ace. So he probably had like a king queen or something like that, or a weak pair. Just something to think about. I don't put too much stock on what other people play before. Queen of 3 offsuit. See, I wouldn't even play this hand. I'd fold to a raise. Man, yeah, good. I don't have to worry about it. A good rule of thumb to do is not fold right away when you have a hand. Just think about it a little bit. Even if there's nothing to think about. Just don't click that fold right after a bet button or check right away. You know, people just kind of think about it a little bit. See how a person reacts. And if I have to talk a lot, it may not last very long. Okay. See, now 214, and that's sneaky. What he did there was he called, right? 400. He didn't raise. He was expecting someone to raise over him so he could raise over them a lot more. So he's probably got pocket aces, pocket kings, maybe ace king suited. I wouldn't do that with the ace king offsuit. I wouldn't do that with pocket queens, but he's definitely got aces or kings. And this guy figured it out and go, okay. So all he had to do was just make that smooth call and wait for someone to raise. And this is what I do a lot. I do that a lot. I get pocket aces, pocket kings. I'm going to smooth call it in the early position because you don't want people folding. The bad part about that is you got to know your table, because if you call and 5-6 people smooth call that on your pocket aces, pocket kings, most likely after the flop, your hand is not good anymore. So you really gotta be careful. If you're gonna play it that way, you're risking someone. You're chancing on someone as being aggressive. Now this table, like I said, people are pretty loose and pretty aggressive. So this guy's smart enough to understand that at this table. So I'm kind of more of aware of him. I could take advantage of this guy. Not a strong, smart player. This guy calling with a connector, but non-suited on big blind. I guess I'd still call that a decent call. Not a great call, but he's not super tight. So that there's that. Gosh, I feel so old. I don't have a lot of patience these days. I love playing poker, man. Though I could go all day, all night for multiple nights. Oh, I should be hiding my hand. 7-6 offsuit. Not a good playable hand. I'm playing against someone who's sneaky, someone who plays connectors and knows it. He's not super tight, so he's probably got like a Jack 10 or something like that. But I don't want to risk playing against someone with a Jack 10. And any of these guys can have something decent, most likely not. If they can have something good, they'll probably re-raise it now. Not good. He's going to bet. He needs to bet. The other person will probably fold. Unless he has a jack or two, then he'll go raise it up. Ooh, he's calling. Usually you don't call a bet like that because he's not really chasing after anything. He either has it or he doesn't. So he has it. He might have a jack. So this guy, he's going, if he has a king, yeah, he'll bet strong. This person will fold. So here he probably had a jack. And this guy probably had like a king 10 or king slop. He probably didn't have a good hand. Gotta remember to hide my cards. Alright, so king 8 offsuit. Nah, not gonna play it. Horrible hand. Oh man. Sorry. Hope I don't puke in front of you guys. Uh, so D Live's not going. Um, other things I wanted to do, but I've just been so tired these last few days. Ace 3, not a good hand offsuit. Basically, yeah. Jack 10 offsuit. Bad position. I would love this if I was a button. Not right now. So basically, it should be boring to a lot of people watching someone play in a tournament, just one table all the way through. It's not like the TV where you can see multiple people's hands and multiple people who've won tournaments and all this stuff in the past. But it is just kind of fun to watch people play. Um, my strategy, a lot of people, like my brother, he's in it for first. He plays like it doesn't matter. He's going for first place. Like for me, I just want to be placed first. Then I'll focus on getting the next tier. Basically, I'm just hoping to make the final table. Like I said, I could go down to 51 chips and I could still be in the tournament to win it. So as low as my pot gets, my stack, you're not out till you're out. So don't waste any opportunity. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Don't play a hand that you know you're gonna regret to play. And that's just the way I like to play. So they're gonna take a break for 5 minutes. I'm gonna be taking a break. So I'll see everyone in 5 minutes. Okay. All right. What? Oops, wrong one. There we go. Kids are loud. If you hear that, don't worry about it. They'll probably stop screaming in a bit. Just like saying hi. So this tournament, I can't make it bigger. It's no limit hold'em. Buy-ins $150 plus $12, so $162. Most people like to do the satellites. I don't like playing the satellites because a lot of people play crazy when they play the satellites. So what a satellite is they'll have a tournament where you buy in for like $12, and if you reach like the top however number, then you get a ticket. What I like to do instead is go in these sit and goes. So there's a little bit more strategy involved. A lot more people take it a lot more serious, and win one or two, depends on the amount of money. Sit and go pretty much made 150 there, but basically it's just you just have to play a lot. I don't like playing cash games online. I really don't like playing the sit and goes either, but I'd rather play the sit and goes than I would play the satellite games. I find that the more people that play as seriously as possible, less chances that you're going to be sucked out. By that I mean someone who will go on an all-in bet with like a 6-7 offsuit, and they'll take down your pocket kings, pocket aces. They wouldn't do that in this type of game, but they would do that in a satellite game. Maybe even a sit and go. I didn't do a good job of hiding my cards again, but of course, I'm not really going to be playing a hand in a position that I'm in, unless I have pocket aces, pocket kings, ace king, whether it's suited or not. I'll play it. If I'm not in a strong position, then yeah, I'll play it in a lower position. That's fine. 8,000 all in. So the blinds are going by fast. Let's see. The ante goes up to 3,600 in 12 minutes. So, okay. Wow. The blinds go up fast. So that means, so I like to do a little bit of, I try not to rush. Okay. So see, this is the position, like, I wouldn't even play like King Jack in this position. That's how strict you need to be at this, making the first bet. Okay, so there's currently 555 players on 69 tables, 123 entrants, which is a good size. Not a great size. I used to see tournaments where it'd be double this with the same amount of buy-in. First place is like the prize money is $18,555. Second place is $13,015. Third place is $9,114. The odds of you making it are low. Even if you're a good hold'em player, they're still low. If you're a great hold'em player, you can make it to the final table pretty consistently. Not all the time. A good amount of time, yeah. Now, my thing is to stay in the average, close to the average. It doesn't need to be. This is a good big blind hand. So he's probably gonna try to make a strong bet going. No, good. I don't know. So this guy is probably gonna want to steal it from me. That's the only reason I'm calling. He doesn't have that good of a hand, like I said, so I'm pretty confident in winning this hand. Doesn't always happen that way, it's just you're just kind of going with the mean, the average person who would play in that position with that amount of money. They're gonna try to buy the button. That means it's trying to buy the money that's in the pot, and hope that I don't have a good hand to stand on. I had a decent hand, and I kind of knew who I was going up against. I was expecting he'd be like an ace 4 or something, but I had him beat pretty good before the flop. So I'm sitting pretty here at 18,314 chips. Control 1. All right. The average is 18,153 chips. This is a bad hand, so I'm not going to play it, so I'll show you. So, it's not rocket science. Well, rocket science ain't even rocket science. What am I going to say? It's just a game of patience. I'm pretty patient fella. I know a lot of people aren't patient. First, to be patient, you also have to learn the game. That's patience number 1. Patience number 2 is playing the game patiently. If you can't play the game patiently, don't play the game. I mean, play the game if you're impatiently. If you're gonna play against me, I'll take that. But really, it's just trying to be in focus. Sometimes you won't make the right call. You won't make there is no really right or wrong call. It's the call that most good people, most great poker players might make. You don't have to go by how they play. Just play how you play. Just as long as it works for you and you're winning and you win, that's all that really matters. 5-6 of hearts. Now, if I had more chip stacks, I might play something like this. And if I was on a tighter table, because I know I'm not on a tight table. I know that some of these players play pretty aggressively. I'm not really going to take my chances. The player to the left of me who just raised, player 214, is pretty good. He plays tight. And so I might have had a chance against him if I got lucky. 10-4 off, 10-4 suited. This is my lucky card, right? 10-4, because it's my birth date, October 4. Watch, if they show the flop, it's gonna be a good hand, good flop. It's gonna have 10-4 over it. That's why I call it my lucky hand. But you know, this game ain't about luck. It's about not having bad luck. So in a cash game, I might play 10-4 suited. In this game, I won't. And Jack 5 offsuit. Not gonna play that. And of course, there's not much people in chat, and not many people watching. So I guess I really won't talk too much. That way I can save my voice and I have to drink so much water, and I wouldn't have to go pee so often. Let's see. 542 players, 171 places paid. So even if I come in a place, I pretty much double my money. So I'm okay with that. But the goal is to win it. I like playing. Heck, maybe this might be a time. Like, I really wasn't into playing anything for a while, but you know, I might play poker again. I was like, let's give this tournament a chance. If I do okay in this tournament, maybe I'll just play professionally. I've always wanted to. I was very close to just saving my money up and playing poker professionally. Cash games, not tournament. My own method. I had a lot of money saved up, but it didn't happen. Yeah, fellow Libra. I knew I was gonna email you. Because I got your comment. Actually, since you're on this chat, when's a good time? When's a good day? Probably not today, or tomorrow night might be a good time. Antarctic Expedition. I'm hoping my issue with DLive is fixed. I can't really stream on DLive. There's an issue with logging in, and that is why I'm not streaming on DLive, and I'm not really streaming anything important, because the more that I can stream in platforms that don't take things down, the more important I'll do these. Like A6 right here. A6 offsuit. If I was the button Yeah, I might raise it and no one else was for me. But right here is a weak hand. Weak hand. A6 offsuit. So if you're thinking, oh, that ace looks strong, and you play poker from before, no. All this guy needs is ace 7, ace 8, ace 9. You see what I mean? So many more people who can have an ace. So if 3 more people had an ace, what are their kickers? Most likely higher than a 6. And they've already got me beat before the flop. I had to get lucky. You don't want to have to get lucky in poker. You want to make sure that other people don't get lucky, because that means you've got the hand that's winning. Now this is a different situation. I had an a6 offsuit in the front position, but this is the last position. Now if any of the first 3 people make a strong raise, I'm folding, because they probably have pocket aces, pocket kings, and ace king, ace queen. Right? The first 3 positions. Now I'm thinking, all right. So on those who bets might have a weaker hand. Ace jack, ace 10, ace 9. See if they raise. They don't. So now it's up to the button, who will raise with nothing. So I'll go ahead and call. Kind of worried right now. Let's go ahead and bet. Oh, king 10. That was bad. I had him beat pre-flop, as you saw. Of course, it really wasn't that much of money in that pot. I'll risk it for just an ace high. And of course, pre-flop, I had a better hand. Slightly better, it's not much. But that king wouldn't have come. Game over. So, okay, let's see. Works Antarctic Expedition. I work 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. So I'm free most days. Are you on the East Coast? Which time zone are you in? Oh, 7 PST. Oof. So I'm in Central Standard Time. 7 PST would be 5 PST. Is 2 hours later okay? So this is Queen 8 against someone here. Not a good hand, so I'm not even gonna risk it. 9. Yes, work. So it'd be around 7 my time. Yeah. No, wait. No. Wait. Sorry. Yeah, 7 PST would work. Sorry, I got things backwards. Yeah. So 7 PST, which would be 9 Central Standard Time here. That is perfect time. Let's plan on that. Tomorrow, good? I don't think there's anything that I've got going on tomorrow. So, no, 7 is good. I prefer the time that you pick, and 7 is not a bad time at all for me. Wait, 9. Yeah, 7 your time. Yeah, 9. Okay, sounds good. So since you are on YouTube right now, on the description box you'll see a link to Zoom. That Zoom will get you on here. Basically, it will, if you're on, I don't know if you have a webcam. I think you have a webcam. From your videos that I saw, looks like it's a webcam. So on a computer, it'll download the application. All you have to do is just, when I start is, and I'll email you, and just click on that. It'll download the application. So when I'm up, you'll join, and there's that, and we'll just get started from there. And it'll be interesting, because definitely want to explore the Arctic and the Antarctic. And I think I saw Nathan Oakley, he was doing a live stream just a while ago, and people in chat were saying Logan Paul, like, I'm not too familiar with him. I know he's like a big famous internet. Oh man 8-5. No way I was gonna play that hand. No way. But still, I hate seeing that. That he has like a documentary going up. Oh, I'm not playing a 3-2 suited. And if you know anything about that, because I think he's playing that soon, or he's playing. I don't know. It's weird. Does that mean he went to the Antarctic already? He says to the edge and back, so I'm assuming it's the Antarctic. But again, I have a hard feeling of trusting someone like Logan Paul that showed the suicide and got bashed on for it. You mean like a suicide video? Someone doing a suicide? You're gonna have to explain that, because like I really don't like, even as like Owen Benjamin did like a live stream a while ago talking about like proof Rogan is gay. Like, I don't know if he means Joe Rogan, but like I don't really care for it. I wouldn't even care if he was gay or not. But you know, so the suicide forest in China. No. Oh man. Now you're making me think. Is he worth looking into? Oh, king queen off suit in my position. Okay. Huh. Never heard of the suicide forest. Strong raise, better position. He's probably got ace king. If he has ace king, oh man, I have a horrible hand. He found a guy who suicided in the suicide forest. I figured they call it suicide forest because people suicide in there. And he showed someone who suicided on YouTube. Oh, I think I kind of makes sense. I think I kind of heard about that before. And now he became a flat earther, and he made a documentary going to the like Antarctica or something. I don't know. I just don't like watching people who are famous for the sake of fame. I guess makes me think about their, like, all it takes is someone famous. You go, oh, I'm a flat earther, and then, oh, flat earther was a hoax or CIA psyop or whatever, and then you got more people who were probably waking up to it. All they had to do is look into the grounds and look into the science that's supposedly behind the globe Earth, and there's no going back to globe Earth. Yeah. So one of the things I've always wanted to do was play in the World Series of Poker. That's still on my list. I always wanted to see how I contend with the best. Right? People say, you know, you're never going to be anywhere close to the best. I've played the best people in the world in video games, which is a lot harder than people who are really good at poker. And I beat them. So yeah. 18 million subs. Man, I can't even imagine. 18 million people watching. One person just... I'd assume he's got like stuff we're talking about, I'd hope. 10-8 suited. Like cash games. Oh man. Not in this position, but like in that position right here, button, or just right before the button. 8-10 suited. I love playing that. Again, there's a tournament. Making the money first, then hopefully going to first place. You're going to see me dwindle down. Like, I have 13,800 chips now. You'll probably not even see me playing hand until I've got like 4,000 chips. It's like, man, why don't you play these hands? It's like, hey, all it takes is one bad luck, and I'm worse off, and I'm out of the tournament. 9-7 suited, not good. Not in that position. Again, I would probably play it if I was the button. And if it was a cash game, not a tournament. I don't know his channel very well, other than the one video that he posted that last year. Oh, okay. Hmm. Well, it'd be interesting. Like when I was talking to man, we could probably have this conversation now, but I'd be distracted and with a poker. But it's just like it's like James Johnson. Oh, 9-7. Look at that. Mid-low 2-pair against a flush. That's why I don't like playing these hands. You get in trouble. In a cash game, right? You can just reload afterwards. In a tournament, once you're out, you're out. You can't go back in. So, in this instance, if I would play the hand, I pretty much have to go all in. If he's got the flush, he's got the flush. You know, I have to hope my 2-pair makes a boat. And plus, there's also he could have had a straight. Either way, a straight or a flush, he would have had me beat. Yeah. So Slick James Johnson, he was saying that, you know, we really don't have to rock the boat. We just keep sailing is what we need to do, because it's just like the movie. What's that guy's name? You know, the guy who lived under a dome. He was filmed Truman Show. You know, once he kind of figured it out, he just react, and he'd know what the reaction was. You know, they'd be trying to stop him getting to the boat, getting him to sail over to the edge of the enclosure. And so it's kind of the same thing. It's just kind of funny watching the powers that be, the control system. They're like trying to do whatever they can to stop it, and you see them react. And that shows more than anything else, really. King 10 offsuit, small blind, good hand for a small blind. A call. I have to call. If he had a good hand, he'd raise. And I just need a queen. I just need a jack. I'm pretty much dead here. He still had to make that trip to Antarctica, the outer edge. So he's probably sneaking a good hand. 690. He's probably got ace king, ace queen. Knowing we'd call. You know, I already added 300 to it. See, I'd need 1 out of 4 cards that could possibly be in the deck, but it could have already. Someone probably had a jack and folded it. Not a good hand. Oh, the outer edge. Well, he should have money for it. I mean, 18 million subs. He's probably in the hundreds of thousands as far as money he saved up, I would think. I mean, that's when YouTube wasn't demonetized. You know, that's a good amount of money. So, tough one here. I know this guy plays slop, right? King 10, whatever. on the same position. And he's probably got like King 10, King Jack, King Queen. On Ace 8 though, like it's very close. If he didn't, I would have made the same bet. Ace 8 offsuit on button. Again, I want a better ammo to make a punch. So you're not gonna see me play a lot of hands. Oh yeah, Sherman, yeah. Still had to make that trip. I mean, like us, we're pretty much 99.99% sure that the Earth is not the sphere that they're letting us on about. But we're more like I don't know. We're I don't know. I'd say 80% sure that there's something we'll find in the Antarctic that they're not telling us, and something that in the magnetic North Pole that they're not telling us. It's surety, but it's still doubt to it. Because, well, the Antarctic is huge. I mean, even if it's the globe Antarctic, that is still huge. It's a huge continent of ice. and snow. But if it's not the globe Antarctic, it's even bigger. I mean, we don't know how big it gets. But who knows? Maybe it's not as big as we think. Maybe if there is a dome, like the firmament goes down and domeward, if that's a term, shape. Maybe it's only like 10, 20 miles from the edge of the Antarctic, which is explorable. Now, if it's like 1,000 miles from the edge, that's going to be tough. But I think like 10, 20 miles from the edge of the Antarctic Ocean in the Antarctic, if there's a dome or not, I think that's a feasible thing. Yeah, true. But magnetic North Pole, yeah, it's that's another tough one. Because there's one way to get there. That's the compass, right? And you'll know when you're there. The compass will act differently. And if it is true what they say, and the compass is acting differently, then you go, holy crap, they finally told the truth. Time to head back now. But then again, if there's something there, man, that's easy proof because anyone can find it. Anyone can like even if you do go to the Antarctic and find the edge, it's from where you found the edge. And that's what they say. The compasses don't work when you get up there. But who knows? Maybe it still does. It's like no one we trust has really been up there to film it. Big magnets underground. Oh, that's a good one. You know how they say the magnetic North Pole, it keeps migrating southward towards Siberia and Russia. Maybe they're putting in these weird magnets and stuff. Yeah. 5-4 offsuit. That's one good thing about having someone to talk to when you play poker, because there's so many hands that you get that you don't want to play. No, I wouldn't say that. Like, I want to play every hand. Don't get me wrong. I want to play every hand. But there's hands you should not play in online tournament poker. Cash games so different. Cash games, oh man, it's just a walk in the park. You just know who the good players are. You know who the not so good players are, and you just play them. Like, it almost doesn't matter what your hand is. Here on the other hand, it does matter what your hand is. And even then, you could be playing against someone who's not as good, who's making a wrong call, making a wrong bet or raise, and they're tied to it and they get lucky. You'll see it. One thing good about being live, you'll see me get sucked out. I hope not. I hope I don't get sucked out, but most likely, yeah. I'll have like pocket aces, pocket kings, ace king suited, whatever, or I'll flop a set and you're going to see me lose that. Someone will call an all in, or they go all in for me and I'm like, easy call, and they'll hit runner. That means turn in the river. They're going to hit the cards that they need to win. It kills me every time, but it happens. But that's life. Blinds are 8,400 and I've only got 12,000 chips. I am behind. But all it takes is me to double up and I'm in the average. I'm fine. Yeah, online poker tournament. Different ball game. Even cash games, different ball game. But too easy to set up your own bots and stuff like that with cash games and stuff. That's why I like the bigger tournaments. No one's gonna have like 100 bots playing in a tournament and hopefully winning one. their time is better spent playing in cash games than sit and goes. But yeah, that's why I only stick to the big tournaments. And it's fun. It kind of gets me to be a little bit more patient. 214, we know he's pretty tight. He does big raise right there. Against my 97 offsuit and a big button. He knows he doesn't want to get caught. 829. He's relatively new at the table. I'll bet you he's got like ace jack or pocket tens. Pocket tens are better, but not like ace ace or king king. 214, he's probably got ace king, ace ace, or king king. He's checking it. 829, right? I bet right now he's got the hands that'll win it. Not that good of a hand pre-flop. We'll see. He'll bet. He's got something, so he's gonna call. Like, I don't know how I know, but I know. He's gonna check now because 829's got the hand. 829's probably gonna bet, and he's gonna have to fold. The only way 214 wins is he goes strong on his bet, but that's not good because 829's he caught his cards. Now that is a strong bet though. That's nearly half the pot. Analysis in Poker by Ebon. Call it 829. Oh man, he didn't have the hand to win it. He bought you out. Oh man. 829. I don't know what he's thinking. Again, 829 is new to this table. 214, pretty solid player. Don't play against them unless you got hands that'll hold up. Like 829 at that point when he played that way, she had just gone all in. 214 would have laid it down. But again, online poker, you don't know what some people will do. Oh yeah, horrible hand to do anything with. All right, I gotta make sure I hold the next hand so people don't see it. I've been doing badly, but it's not like it would have mattered so far since I didn't really play a hand where it would have mattered if someone was watching me play. My money's on 214. He doesn't have the ace, but he's got the face card. Okay, sounds good. The phone, if not the laptop. Man, I tell you, 214 is good. He knows the other guy doesn't have. Might have an ace, but he's just trying to buy the button. Oh, wow, an all in. Ace king. Oh man. Oh man. How did I know 214 had it? But I didn't guess the other guy had ace king. I knew he had an ace. I didn't know he had ace king. Oh, that sucks for the other guy. Like 214 when he made that bet, and I knew he had it. Solid player. Lucky as hell. But he's sitting at number, like, he's sitting at number 11. Yeah. 10 or 11. So at our table, he's got a lot of chips. And I have the least amount of chips, and I told you, it's not going to be a surprise. You'll probably see me go down to like 4,000 by the time I play a hand. Oh, all right. I'm playing this hand. Not a strong hand, but if people fold to my position, it's actually a pretty strong hand. Oh, please don't play. Oh, shoot. I can't play this hand. Like I have a feeling you have a similar hand, if not slightly better. I have a feeling 497 has pocket pair, pocket jacks, pocket queens. If he has pocket queens, then I'm hurt. I don't think he has aces. I don't think he has kings. I don't think he has ace king. But here you see me folding ace queen offsuit. Now I want to see him play this hand out because I want to see what he's got. Because I haven't really seen what 497 has. I know he's tight, but not super tight. So I'd like to see his hand. Damn. I still don't think it was that strong. But who knows? I take my chances. Oh, you know what? You could see it coming down. So even if I'm hiding it, I gotta hide it from a better position. So let me redo this. Alright, there we go. So when I'm not playing, I have to... Oh, okay. Dang. Stupid. Dang it. My keycap came off. There we go. Alright, now I'm back to hiding it. Let's see. Good. Can't see my hand. Not playing this hand. Like since the last time I called out how many players there were, it was like 516 players. Now it's 419 players. So it hasn't been an hour. I'd say it's been 45 minutes. 100 people dropped out. That's how fast this game is going, this tournament. And it's going to go faster. It's going to be 1,500 blinds in 1 minute. This is going to be a short tournament. Oh, man. I wasn't expecting this to be such a fast tournament. Super tight player again against Ace Jack. Look at that. 214. That, you know, that's how I usually play. That's how I play. Except he's getting the cards and I'm not getting the cards. I get Ace 5 slop. 214 gets all the good hands. And he's got people to call on him. All you have to do is play like 214. You're going to make that final table. It's just hard. It's just what happens when you don't get those cards. That's the problem. You have to make a choice, and you have to make your choice soon. And you have to make that choice on who you're going to go up against. Right now, it's hard for me because he makes the decision after. He's got such a big chip lead. You know, he might have like ace 10. He might call on my like pocket kings. That ace 10 is going to hurt me. King 5 off suit. Big blind. Can't call if anyone raises. And he raised. Oh, he raised. Ace queen versus like jacks or something. But he's got pocket pair up, but he's got like ace king, ace queen. Because that was like an instant call. He knew he's got a good hand. Pocket queens. But it wasn't enough for him to re-raise over to get us out. That's why I say it's not super strong. But he knows he could probably take out that ace king, ace queen. So I'm saying pocket queens. Or maybe he has ace king too. Maybe they both share ace king. Either way, we're gonna see what they got. Oh, jack queen? Really? You're gonna insta call that jack queen? 690. Oh man, I want to play up against that guy. Yeah, that's weird. That was like a very, very quick call. Sometimes you get it wrong. Please, don't make me get to 4,000 chips before I play a hand. Sometimes I don't want to be right. Please give me pocket aces or kings before then, while I still have chips to make a dent. So this is where it gets. This is where it gets really, really tough, because the blinds are so big right now. After this, I could only survive maybe 2 rounds at most, but to actually have a shot, it's really 1 round. By the time it gets to my next big blind, I'll have like 7,500 chips, maybe 7,000 chips. And by then, the blinds will be up to maybe 1,500 or 1,200, sorry. So I'd have 6,000, so 7,200 most. No, I'm in Nebraska. 7-6 off, 7-6 suited. Yeah, I'm not playing 7-6 suited on the button. I couldn't get lucky. See, I could have. I should have maybe gone all in. But 214, he knows he could call that. I won't dent him at all. See, my all in is going against juggernauts. You do not want to go all in against juggernauts. I'm not sure. Nebraska, Colorado. It's cold. The only difference is it's flat in Nebraska. It's still cold. I don't know. Kind of relatively new, right? So probably someone else that you know that you're watching that's kind of new is from Colorado. 214's probably got an ace. No, queen 8, nothing. Put that bet down. All right, let's see. Please, good hand. Nope. I'm telling you, this is not looking good for me. Like, this is a crunch time decision, and that's the thing. If I'm sitting at 214 or 560, you know, they know that these antes are getting tough on us. So they know that when we're pushing all in with a lower chip stack, it's probably not that good. It's probably like they need to win one and they're trying to win one now. Like right now, if everyone folds in front of me, I'm going all in. It's the only chance I got. Decent enough. I've got a decent enough kicker with a 10. Not a good hand I want to go out on. But if these two before me actually raise it, I'm out. Oh, see, I'm out. Makes it easy on me. Oh, man. I was going to go on with an ace 10 offsuit. I'll probably beat these chumps. Nope. Ace 10, ace queen. See why? In those positions, they want to go in strong hands. And he got lucky. Oh, man. That sucks. I was more excited with the ace 10 offsuit, to be honest. And someone's going to call that just to call it. See, no one's going to take it seriously. He's probably got like 10-9. Someone with like an ace or a king is going to call. Or raise it, yeah. Oh, wow, ace king. And he's behind. Ouch. 7-7-60. He played it right both hands, I'd say. He played it right both hands. And I got a king 10 right before my big button. Alright. I would not play this hand. Do not play this hand ever. But yeah. I spent dinner with my kids even though I ate. Yeah, that's tough. Ace Queen loses on a King 10 or something. 660. I don't think he's got a good hand. So it's toss up. I actually want more people to be in on it because that might take away an ace. This could be a short live stream, folks. Oh, yes. Oh, man. Not looking good for me. Now it's looking good. It's looking real good. Oh, wow. Saved. Do not play that hand like I played it. I just got lucky. I got lucky. Everyone knows I got lucky. I knew I got lucky. When it... Oh. Gosh. See, sometimes when you wait too long, you don't have a choice. I wanted to at least have a choice in the hand I want to go out on, even if it was a King 10 offsuit. I was hoping people folded before me, but no one's gonna take $7,000 bet seriously, 8,000 chip seriously. So, whew, gives me breathing room. So the average chip average is 28,292. I've got 24,680. I'm just under the average. Oh man. So there's two modes of thought. You're gonna have your chips small enough where if you're too tight, you don't really get to choose the cards that you want to go out on. On the other hand, if you kind of know that you're not gonna have enough chips to make a dent, like you're gonna have to survive an all-in and then another all-in and then maybe even another all-in just to stay in for maybe 10 more or like 5 or 6 more hands, I would rather choose the hand that you go out on. So I may not make the best call, but really the call is up to you. I would rather have the choice of going out on a bad hand or so here I know I'm going against 214, who's the chip leader and who plays super tight. My guess is I have a flush draw, or if 2 queens come up, I may have a chance. Or a queen 7, 2 pair. Because I know he's got aces, kings, or an ace king, something strong. But you know what? Why go against a super tight player who has a chip lead? Don't. I've got 6 other players I could play against who doesn't play as tight, right? So you got to think about that mentality. Even though I could have called that bet and just spent like 1,400 more chips, which isn't that much for my chip stack right now. Why do it? You're taking a chance on someone you know who has better cards before you show your cards. So I'm not going to play this hand because I know it's a bad hand. So I'm showing it. So hopefully that, I don't know if that makes sense to anybody watching. You know, you're not just going against one person on the table. You're going against everyone else that's on the table. And if one person's doing really good, or they're playing really super tight, or maybe even they're playing loose and they're getting all the cards, why play against them? You know he's been winning, he or she. Play against the other people who aren't winning and see what they're playing with. Play against those, because you know you're going against people who aren't as good, who are getting unlucky, who might not be playing as tight as they usually were because they're losing their chips, right? So don't focus on the one guy that you want to take out. Focus on the other people you can take your chips from. it's like when I go against my brother in video games. Like a lot of people would rather take him out. And so what happens is they try to take him out. He takes out the easy people and pads his points. When I go against him, I do the same strategy that he does, but better. So he has to make the choice. Does he try to do what I'm doing, but hasn't been doing so well for him? Or does he try to slow me down by taking me out? So the choice is up to him. And once he makes that choice, I see what he's doing, and then I have to change it up. If it's working for him, he's after me while I'm after everyone else. I have to change it up, and I have to go after him instead. Right? But if it's not working and he can't take me out and he's not taking anyone else out, I'm winning. I don't have to change my strategy. And so that's what I see in the real world, is people who keep trying to do the same strategy, even though it's not working, against people who have a strategy and it's always worked for them. So they don't need to change. The powers that be, their strategy, it doesn't need to change because it's always been working for them. But other people aren't changing up. You see what I mean? So that's kind of why I like games. That's kind of why I like sports and things like that. It focuses you to change the way that you play in order for you to change the way that you win or lose. So if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to end up being in the same place. You see what I mean? But with sports and games, if you eventually just want to become first and you've always been coming in last or second or third, you have to change something. Doing the same thing isn't going to work. Ace 10, 5, 5. The other guy didn't really have much chips to play with, so he had to make a move. Desperation move. He has to play something like this. Excuse me. So he kind of didn't really have a choice the hand he wanted to go out on. He knew he didn't want to go out in that hand. Like, for me, 2 phase cards or pocket pair, I'm okay with going out on those. 5, 6. Again, trouble. I like the 2 pair. It's not a high 2 pair. Someone is 10, Jack 7. Oh, I would have made a boat. Okay. So last time I checked, it was like 416 players. Now to 364 players. That was even half an hour ago. 2 phase cards. If I had 10,000 chips, I might be going all in, but I've got plenty more hands to see, right? Jack Queen offsuit, not a good hand in this position. But if I chose to go out on a hand, that would have been it. But I have probably about 2 more buttons to see before I need to make a decision if I don't have a good hand. So I'll take those chances of hopefully getting a good hand. Like, I've not seen a pocket pair since I've live streamed. Best hand that I've probably had pre-flop was an ace queen offsuit. I think the only hand that you might have seen me play was that king 10 offsuit when I had basically no chips. Now here's where it gets interesting. No one is calling, raising. He'll raise because he has a chip stack. But what does he have that he's raising with? Oh, he's just calling. That's interesting. Now I've got no idea what he's got, so we're basically playing for the flop. Jack 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have an open-ended straight draw. A 10 or a 5, and that gets a straight. There's a flush draw possibility with spades, so It's a risk. I'll play one more hand. Oh, not what I was looking for. He checked it, so I get another chance. Hey, that's fine with me. So I'm still looking for a 10 or a 5. I pretty much lose it every other way. Yeah, I'm pretty much done. So I didn't have to waste too much. I get to see all my cards. It's not a card I want to go out on, but heck, if I would have made that straight, he had nothing. So that's how you get dwindled. Like, I played that hand okay. You know, just seeing the next card on an open-ended straight. It would have been better if I had 2 spades. That way I had open-handed straight draw and a flush draw. Like, I have a higher percentage of winning going all the way, but neither happened anyway, so it didn't matter. King deuce offsuit, not a good hand. And I gotta hide my cards. I don't think anyone's really watching me, but still. 355 players, 353 could be. Oh, he has to think. 214 has to think. Not a good flop for him. 882 needs to bet. He's not going to win this hand unless he bets. There you go. You got to bet again. Got to bet again. $214 might actually bet, even though he has nothing. Oh, he had what? He had runner for 2 pair. Oh man, this guy 214 is full of surprises. Gotta watch out for 214. Oh man, I got no idea what he's got anymore. He's small. He's big blind. Oh wow. Check the flop, but he would have called the bet on the turn and the river. Two pair, yeah. Yeah, see, 82. He needed to keep betting. But he slowed down. Wow. 214 is good. I'm in a tough spot with 214 right ahead of me. It's a tough spot. All right, let's hope for a good hand. Not a good hand. This is fun. I kind of like commentating. It's easy to commentate. All right. 5,000. That's a desperation raise. One of these guys are going to call it. 886 is going to call it. 886 isn't going to have a good hand, but excuse me. He has to think 669 probably doesn't have that good of a hand either. Oh, wow. Oof. It makes me regret my fold. No way I would have called it then. Oh, pocket nines in a bad position. If someone bets before me, I'm screwed. Like he could try to be fooling everybody he's got a good hand, or he's got a good hand. And last time we saw 82, he had like an ace. He had a strong hand. Folding pocket pair nines. Highest Lagoso. Hey. Yeah, I'll be the videos. I have them. I just haven't unloaded them off my GoPro. Have you tried ice fishing lately? Oh, good hand. Give me a good hand. Wow. I should have gone out on that hand. But again, I've got chips, so I don't need to make that rush. And again, like that average I'm saying, 31,000, that's just average. What I'm still, what people don't get about just tournament poker in general, tournament poker, you're not playing 43 tables at the same time. Even though there's 43 tables playing right now, you're not playing those 43 tables. You're playing at one table, the table you're on. Right? You got the chip leader, you got second chip leader, and we got everyone else who doesn't have that much of a chip stack. So just keep that in mind. Play your table. Don't mind anyone else. Largemouth and yellow perch at Walden Pond? That's good. I love catching yellow perch. It tastes good under the ice. Were they any big? Man, I just realized I've got like the old American like pastimes, like poker and fishing. Like, have you ever watched or read A River Runs Through It? The only thing I'm missing is baseball. Baseball, poker, and fishing. Oh my goodness, I don't know how more American you'd have to be. Oh man, King 8 offsuit first bet. No, thank you. Nice. Man, how come you're not sending us pictures of that? I'd be like, I'm so jealous. Man, I missed the yellow perch. And there's some big yellow perch still over in Walden Pond. Man, Walden Pond's got a little bit of everything. I think maybe not this, probably not this year. Maybe next year I'll probably do some driving up to like South Dakota for fishing, and we'll see. Oh, Spot Pond. Spot Pond. I'm trying to remember Spot Pond. Oh, Spot Pond. Yeah, Spot Pond's pretty good too. Oh, you know what? I never ice fished at Spot Pond, but Spot Pond would be a good place to ice fish. Let me cover that up. 5-minute break. Okay. Walden Pond, miss you. Not that much people out there anymore. Really? Oh man. I'd be there even if there aren't any people out at Walden Pond. But maybe that's why. You know, whether or not people are there, I'm still going. I don't care. Like I was ice fishing in the next to the zoo in Stoneham, because you can't really if you want to fish out there, you have to rent a kayak. You can't bring your own kayaks or anything like that. That's why I was thinking Spot Pond ice fishing there has got to be good because not many people fish out in the middle, right? You have to fish from the shore in Spot Pond, but you can get to those deep spots in Spot Pond by ice fishing. That's the beauty of ice fishing. You don't need a boat. You can get to deep spots. You go wherever you want. You're not limited by the shoreline. And man, yeah, a lot of people out this year. No bet. I wish I would have thought about ice fishing out in Spot Pond. It's a backup reservoir, if you didn't know. That means it's not a reservoir where people drink out of, but in case there's like a drought or something like that, it's a reservoir where people will drink their water out of when their reservoir no longer has any water to drink from. So it's clean enough water to drink it in. I wouldn't drink it straight up, but I mean it is a backup reservoir. They stock it every year with trout. It's heavily fished. Excuse me. Got a burp. It's a heavily fished pond, but not a lot of people catch stuff. Not year round. They may catch stuff when they first release all the trout, but yeah, like huge bluegill someone caught off of there just even a couple years ago. That's how big fish get, because such a variety of fishing, and there's so much holdovers from previous years. That's like the biggest neglected spot, spot pond. Man, wash the Massachusetts, man, that's some good fishing over there. Didn't realize how good it was till I left. Lucky, man. Kia. So Kia is the name of it's Slagoso. Yeah. I'll be back there soon enough. I have a feeling I'll be back there and visiting and fishing, and that'd be fun. Although probably won't get to go striper fishing as much after Ville passing, but you know, I still know the good spots. I could always try it. Oh, I guess that's ready. Sorry, I'm just checking my battery levels. This should be 100%, 98%. That's not bad. All right, transfer. Transfer my videos from my GoPro to my computer, so I could upload my ice fishing, 2 ice fishing days. It's not a lot of fishing, ice fishing, but it is ice fishing. My old GoPro. Yeah, definitely. I'll be letting you guys know when I visit. There's a lot of people that visit there. Not a lot, but a decent amount. So, but definitely wanna spend a day or two out fishing. Heck, I'd fish every day if I could out there. But let's see. All right, I'm importing. Maybe I'll on the next break I'll show, or maybe when I'm done, I'll work on it. 341 players left on 42 tables. I'm 10,000 below, or actually I'm like 14,000 below the chip average. Blinds are now 2,000, 1,000. That means I'll be strapped within 3 more big blinds. So I need to find a hand that I'm willing to go out on in the next 18 hands or so. Let's see. Yeah, work. That's another thing. Do you take many trips out? You know, are you able to like take vacations? Because you know, there's what's IG? Looks like we're back. Oh, talk about a hand I want to get out on. Oh man, King Jack diamonds, really? On the first, oh fudge! I'm almost regretting that. Oh, I don't really use Instagram. Good thing I got out of that. 214s in. He probably had King. Makes my King Jack look like child's play. It's like, really? See, that's how bad I'm strapped in this tournament. That's how bad of cards I've been getting. I'm so tempted to play King Jack suited. No, I do have an Instagram account. I just don't use it. I just store everything on my local computers and servers, and um, if I do make a video, I edit them and I put them up. It's mostly so my kids, when they're older, they can find me and they could watch them too. 8.5 offsuit for the big blind. You guys got to give me 8.5 offsuit. Like, oh man, like he's really ramping up. He's really playing aggressive. He knows we're looking for good cards. I'm thinking I should play that King Jack suited now. Well, there's. I might have picked up on that if I still lived in Massachusetts, but really not many fishing spots to share in Nebraska. But oh man, I might. We'll see. You know, fish brain. I might never use fish brain, but I use fish brain because of Vil and what was I gonna say? Rob. Because of Vil and Rob, I use fish brain. But that's also the thing, because I use fish brain. It's like, why do I want to use another thing? King 5 offsuit, bad hand. If I was, man, King 5. Actually, this is, wow, the blinds were bad. The antes are huge. I'm forgetting the antes. So I need to make a choice within the next 10 hands. 10, 12 hands. And I need to make a choice of the cards I want to go out on. Not many hands left. More chips, more options. Can't blame anyone but myself for not playing a hand or two. This is actually funner in a way. Like when you're chip lead at a table that says like this, it's like, it's nice because, you know, there's no stress. But man, it's the stress that gives you entertainment. Like it makes my cylinders think. It's like, I have to make a mark. I have to make a play. When do I make that play? And I have to make a play so people know that I'm not making a play with a mediocre hand, but make them think that I'm playing a good hand, so they'll most likely fold. And hopefully they'll call with a mediocre hand and not a good hand. You know what I mean? Okay. I'll think about it. I probably won't use Instagram. I just don't like Instagram. Just like I don't like Facebook. Instagram and Facebook are kind of conjoined, so I don't want to give them any more views on stuff. Like maybe I'll make FlatEarth fishing videos. That way at least they're exposed to FlatEarth while they're fishing. You know what I mean. But I don't care if you think the earth is round or flat or whatnot, as long as you're fishing and you're being good to the environment while you're fishing. He didn't want to call that. He didn't want to call 669. He must not have a good hand. See, 669 is lasting a good amount of time with lowest chip stack. He's patient. He's playing the hands he wants to go out on. He's not waiting for it to be too low. Like once it gets to his big blind, he's gonna have to make another choice before his big blind. Me, I have a little bit of leniency because there's 4 players who have lower chip stacks than me, so they're gonna be a lot more aggressive in playing their hands than the chip leads, right? So if these guys go all in, I would rather play an all in with them, call in an all in with them, than 901 or 214. So my choices, who would I rather play against? I'd rather play against anyone but these two. Because they are going to be more ready to call an all in with a mediocre hand than these guys will. These guys don't need to do it. They're going to play someone with a good hand. Oh, yeah. I know Facebook, I know. Yeah. I mean, I still have my Facebook account. I don't remember the last time I posted. I think the last time I posted stuff was during my live streams. Then Facebook just stopped my live streams, but my account is still up. But I don't really care to access it to even read up on anybody's stuff. Oh, let's see. Hide it. Ah, oh, no surprise. Bad hand. It's so draining. Ooh. So you guys got my thoughts. Oh, sorry, I'm going back to poker. Oh, excuse me. I ate some soup and I think that's making me burp. And plus I have something that my kid might be getting sick again. That means I'm probably gonna be getting sick again. Okay, so even though I may not have good hands coming up, that I may have to make a choice. I'm gonna make my choice against the lower chip stacks, because even if I lose, I still have another chance at going all in and doubling it and, you know, staying alive. So that's another thing. So strategically, it's better to go all in against people who have lower chip stacks, because your next hand might actually be a better hand. Like we noticed that the person here that lost before, he had an ace queen. He called someone who had who went all in that had like king 9, and he lost. But the next hand he had an ace king suited, but he also lost that. But he had another chance. He had another good hand that he could go all in with. So that's what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for a good hand. Hopefully the people who call are them, the lower chips. The problem is, well, I'm sandwiched right in between 2 big chip stacks. 3 actually. So it was like 107, then 35,000, 74,000, right? So the odds that I'm gonna get them out of a hand is low. I mean, if they're in, that means they have a high, good, strong hand. My big blind is in 2 more hands. 3. Let's see. 1, 2, actually 4. After this hand, it will be 3, but gives me time. So so 297 players left on 33 tables, and I've survived at least half the field. I mean, still to me that's nothing. Like if I reached 189th place, because total prize pool 189 prizes paid, I'm okay with that. But if I need to get there, I need to have a chip stack of at least 40,000 right now to have a good shot. Right? That means I need to double up and a half soon. It's fun. It's that's why I like poker, because like cash game poker, it's fun because you're always in the game no matter what. It's as long as you have money, chips in front of you, you're always in the game. Tournament is different. You're not going to always be in the game. You're not going to always be able to play a hand even if you want to. It's a lot of patience, a lot of strategy. People have different strategies, but look, if you can't even beat the table you're on, how are you going to beat the entire tournament? So you got to focus on the table you're on. Right now I'm sitting okay. I'm not sitting ugly. I'm not sitting bad. I'm not sitting good. I'm sitting okay. And it's just, when do I want to take my chance is the thing. And we'll see. All I need to do is edit the ice fishing videos, and I got ice fishing videos. That's how easy it is. So making videos is really easy. I'm just playing poker here and making video. Let's see what else is on. All right. Oh, sorry. I want to make sure people see this. Why is the name on the table a number? They don't want people's names on it because they don't want to just kind of know you by your name if you're playing on a different table or whatever. They just assign numbers. Like, you used to be able to chat. Now they make it so you could only do these things. Like, because, you know, it's just like online chat, you know, it can get pretty toxic and trollish. So now you can only pick these things to say. You can't say anything else. You just play that. Oh man. Kia, it's easy to make videos. You could just start out with one. The easiest is YouTube. You can easily make YouTube videos. You don't have to upload. There's a live stream. They have just a live stream button. You just press on that on your phone. You can do it. So if you're fishing, you could do that. Uploading is easy. You just click, drag your folder. It's when you want to live stream to other places like Periscope, which is through Twitter, or DLive, which right now is not working. Stream.me went down, so you can't do that. There's Vim.tv through Steam it. I mean, there's Twitch. You can even do that, but just pick the simplest one, get used to it, get familiar with it, and then, you know, add in others. And that's just, the more you get used to doing the live streams and uploading videos, the easier it gets on different platforms. Oh man, that gives him more breathing room, and he had to double up against a chip leader. Jack 9 offsuit, not playing that. Because I'd have to go see. The problem with it is every time it's close to my button, most likely the big chip stacks are who I'll be playing up against. Because when I'm big blind, 214 will probably raise it. It's hard to play against that guy. I haven't seen that guy lose one hand. I haven't seen him lose one hand yet. Yeah. If you need help, just let me know. Like, if you're stuck on something, it's like, I'm stuck at this part. If you can't figure it out, just let me know. I'll help you. It's pretty easy. I'm I'm sure it's a little confusing the first time because the thing is live streams, you can't see. It's hard to see. You have to look at another source or just trust someone who tells you, yeah, you're on. I think YouTube makes it a little bit easier with their app because you can see 4-3 offsuit. Really, I can't go out on a 4-3 offsuit. Really, can't they give me an ace? I'll go out with an ace 3 offsuit. One of these guys are probably gonna be bold enough to go and go all in because I'm the big blind. If not, 901 is gonna raise it up on me. He's the button with the chip stack. Knows no one's gonna call. Oh, 882 is pretty smart. He took it from him. 882. He won our hand recently. Here's the thing. Odds of winning with 3-4 offsuit is not high. Not high at all. And I've got time. So no, I'm not gonna call. Even now. Let's see what the next hand brings us. It'll be better than 4-3. I hope. Yeah, okay. This is decent hand to get out on. Not the best hand that I want to get out on, of course. Oh, hi William R. Oh, thanks. Yeah, let me know what you think. I mean, it's all there. That's why I didn't want to add anything else to it. I just want to edit it. People could see it. It goes by so quick, the second video. I don't think they're 3 ducks, but they're 3 birds. And whoever that editor was, it's like, really? You had a lot of videos where over the water there weren't any birds flying by, but you picked the same video to edit where there were. That's like the worst way to fake a video is by picking something that's easily recognizable and editing that video. Okay, so all in against low chip stack with a mediocre hand. And he knows he's not going to get a better time to go all in. I'm going to do it. I'm going all in. And you guys can see me lose. Oh, shoot. Oh. So I got lucky. I lost a hand against the guy I was supposed to go in against, but 214 actually went in. He had a good hand, pre-flop hand. And I beat him. So I actually got more chips by losing. I mean, coming in second place. I went in with the Jack 9 offsuit. I normally won, but I was going against low chip stack. And again, I can't really get away from these big chip stacks because they're sandwiched. I'm sandwiched in between them. I don't want to play against them, but I'm against them. So I doubled up and lost a little bit from what I could have won because he had a low chip stack. I had him covered. So I was lucky enough to stay in and see another round. I'm not really in trouble right now. These two are. And like right now, I would have pulled that. I might have gone all in. But again, chip stack, bigger chip stacks, they know how to play and take advantage of our smaller chip stacks. And what he should have done was gone all in, but I guess he just wanted to see the flop so he could fold. Yeah. If it's worth calling, it's not worth calling. If it's worth going all in, it's worth going all in. Ah, fudge. Now this could be an all in moment, really. A hand I'm willing to go out on. Not a good kicker. Oh, wow. If no one calls, I might go all in. Yeah, I'm going all in now. See, I don't care. I hope these guys fold, and I'm just going head to head. He'll probably call because he'll get the most out of it. He'll fold. This is good. This is a good chance to double up and not risk getting out. No 6 or 7, no 6 or 7, no 6 or 7, no 6 or 7. Yes! 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 So I survived a little bit more. See, I'd rather play against the lower chip stacks. Like, I know they're not going to have ace, king, as much as I'm not going to have ace, king. I have a feeling I'm going to have a better hand than they do. As long as I could get the big chip stacks out, I could keep risking losing half my chip stack for potential gain of half my chip stack. As long as I'm not out of the game, I'm still in the game. All right, so it's like my heart's going. 5-3 offsuit. No. Like, even if you don't play poker, at least hopefully watching people play poker will make your game better, as long as you understand why they're making their decisions that they're making. Like, I could be, maybe if I was a bad player or horrible player, it might be at least enjoyable to watch someone go out so quick. But you know, this is at least suspense. You're like, is he really good enough to make money placement right now? Is he good enough to make it to the final table? Is he good enough to make first place? Wow, we're watching live on real time. You know, so that's something. And let's hide the cards. Oh yeah. Not a good hand, but a hand I'm willing to go out on, as long as he does not make a crazy bet. Yeah. You going to bed? All right, going all in, folks. Please don't call. Please don't call. You guys can call. Good night.
Lila can stay downstairs until I'm done.
Okay.
Good
night, Roland. I'll see you in the morning.
It feels a little warm.
Okay, we'll just keep tabs. Did you take temperature?
I didn't know.
Okay.
Say good night.
Good night, buddy. He's like, I see you over there, but you're not pointing at me saying good night. See, they don't like to make this decision because they know I play pretty tight. I know I play pretty tight, so I know they know I play pretty tight. Pretty simple. And he's risking all in against me. He's wondering, what do I have? Do I have pocket pair? Do I have ace 4 again? He's probably going, oh, he probably has an ace, and that ace might still beat me. He's probably got like king jack, king queen, king 10. He's thinking about it. Okay. Ooh. Look at that. I had pocket 7s. Pocket 7s, folks. Excuse me. That's a tough one. Pocket 7s. People didn't call. That's good. I would rather have people fold to that than call me on my pocket 7s. It's poker, folks. again, play the cards you want to go out on. I think that's probably my number one guess guide. I'd say, if there is a guide, it's like the number one thing that I'll tell you about playing online tournament poker. Pick the cards you want to get out on. If you're gonna have to choose to lose, which cards is it gonna be? Yeah, it's nice. Like, I was sitting at what? Like 8,000 was the lowest chips I've had. And so now tripled up since then. There's 239 players left on 27 tables with 189 places paid. So if I outlast 50 players, 50 more players, I doubled my money. But I'm not trying to reach money placement. I'm trying to reach first. If I reach first, that's $20,759.77. And I should have hit this, but I'm not going to play 5-10 suited. It gives me a lot of options if I can get that. But I just like playing. Like, if I can buy myself into another tournament, even if that tournament, like, the only thing I don't like is that it takes up my nighttime. And I like the nighttime. But the way that the way this tournament, the anti-structure's gone, like, I don't think it's gonna be like a 8-hour thing, even though it's been going on for 4 hours, almost 4 hours. And I missed the first hour. I thought it started at 4:10, not 3:10, so I missed like out on an hour's worth of hands. But the first hour is really iffy because the ante's so low, the blinds are so low that like, you can have pocket aces, someone will have pocket jacks, and they'll call raise to like 90 when it's like even at 30 15 or whatever, and no one else will re-raise it. So 90 is small raise. Even 120, someone will call the 120 with pocket jacks, and they'll get that jack on the even if they call, like, you're gonna bet anywhere from 120 to 240 on that flop. If a jack's showing, they're gonna call that or raise it. And yeah, so much things can happen here. At least you know what you're going all in with. And pocket aces, the better against pocket jacks. Yeah, I'm not playing 3-7-3 offsuit. Oops. My youngun's getting sick, and looks like I might be too. It's horrible because right when he gets over his sickness, I start getting the sickness, and once I'm done with the sickness, he gets sick again, and the cycle repeats. I hope the cycle stops one day. Oh, good hand to get out on. Ace King. See? Yeah, low. Oh man, that sucks. He's that low chip stack. Oh, I'm going all in. Low chip stack. He waited all that time, and he gets crushed by pocket sixes with a 6 on the river. That's usually my luck. It sucks you can't do anything about it. That's just how poker goes sometimes. But I don't care. Pocket 10s all in hand at this point of the game. I could wait it out, but again, I haven't seen a good hand since Ace Queen offsuit, and I didn't play it. Yeah, Leela? Yeah? I can't see it right now. Okay. Oh, doubled up. 48,000 chips. In my next break, I'll be checking out what my daughter made. All right. So I'm sitting pretty now. I'm just slightly under the average. 223 players left on 25 tables. 189 places paid. Oh yeah, let's go. Hey, maybe we could fund our a little Antarctic expedition here. Enough poker tournament wins. Hey, I'll do it too. Once I get my kids settled and my wife, you know. Whew. How long do you think an expedition? You know, that's what I'm going to ask you. How long do you think it's going to take to go on an expedition? It's starting to get warm. Getting in that little wind. Like I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to play a bully with the queen 6 or something. Normally I would play, but I'm giving this guy a little bit of respect. His first question, because to make those type of assessments of how much it would cost, I think it would be more like, how long do you think it would take for a one-way trip, and then the second, trip back? A one-way trip is always going to be faster getting to the destination than it is coming back, I would assume, because it's easy to organize a trip going a place that hasn't been investigated, but then you're more ready for a trip getting there than you are ready for a trip coming back. Because say you think it's going to take 2 weeks to get there, so you figure out, okay, it'll be a month total to get there and back, so you provision yourself for a month. But then the thing is, if it takes 3 weeks to get there, well, it'll probably take you 3 weeks to get back, so your provisions are just 50% less than what you estimated. And that could be trouble, right? It's just kind of like same thing with like project coordination, I would say. It's, project planning, Oh, yeah, dude, that's my favorite movie. One of my favorite movies. There's a lot of favorites, but yeah, Gattaca's one of them. I have one of my videos that got flagged. Never save anything for the trip back. That's the thing. That's the same mentality I've got, man. I don't know if you're trolling me and you know that, but yeah, that's how I know. Yeah, I've got, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've got that snippet right here. I could show it. I've got that whole part down. I've got it. Let me see if I could find it. I think it's in my Antarctic, the North Pole one. Oh, which one is it? Let me find it. Where is it? Huh, can't find it. The videos are all over the place. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. You know what I'm talking about, so. Gattaca. No, not there. Yeah, the live streams always has a delay, especially with the restream.io, which is going through. So you're gonna have a little bit of a delay. But before it used to be like a 30-second delay, but I upped it. But if I still want the DVR function, I have to have it. Otherwise, I could have as little as maybe 2 to 4 second delay. But then I'd only be using YouTube and not to restream. So it's just like give and take. We have to adjust for things. That's why it's better to talk than have these talk and text type of interactions. All right, so 216 players left, 189 places paid. I'm sitting at 46,894 chips, with the chip average being 52,409. And there might be a break coming soon. 215 players left now on 24 tables. So next break I have, I'll probably be taking a break just so I could talk with, see what my daughters made me. Not made me, but yeah. Ooh, ace queen. Yeah, we can talk about it tomorrow. There's a lot to talk about here. It's just kind of a free flow conversation. Let's see. I'm trying to find the video. I think the video is probably on. No, not that one. Gosh, I got too many videos. I mean, I've got hundreds. I'd say I have thousands of hours of videos. Some that aren't even edited. And many of them are edited. It's just, oh man, don't know. Let's see. I'll find it. Gosh. Oh, I know. I could go on. Let's go studio mode. King 6 suited. No, thank you. No, thank you. Let's go to the movie clips. Gattaca scene. Never said anything. Trip back. It's another videos. Ah, okay. I know where it is. Okay, you ready, Antarctic expedition? What? Excuse me. I know. Okay, I know where it is. Here we go. I'll put it over my screen.
Vincent! How are you doing this, Vincent? How have you done any of this? We have to go back. Oh, it's too late for that. We're close to the other side. What other side? You want to join us both? You want to know how I did it? This is how I did it, Anton. I never saved anything for the swim back.
See, I told you. Favorite movies, I got that snippet. Let's see. $11, 19 players left before I make the money. Yeah, it's a good scene. It's a good movie, I think, overall. It's just a triumph of this human spirit, really. I mean, everyone and even technology tells you you're not supposed to be able to do what you're able to do, but you're able to do it. How does that happen? You know? It's an uplifting movie. I mean, it's a sad movie, but it's very uplifting. And I like those types of movies. You know, against all odds types of things. Hot and cold. Now I'm back on my cold streak. Like, seriously, it'd be nice if I was sitting pretty at 90,000 chips with having great cards like Player 214 has, but you guys seen the cards that I had. I fold Ace Queen offsuit. I had to play King 10 offsuit to stay in. You know, I had to play Ace 4 offsuit to cover a lower bet where I was going against an Ace 3. Lucky I won that. Finally, I got a lucky break with pocket 10s, which still isn't that strong of a hand. But I beat out a higher chip stack number player 576. So, yeah, just going by the way that I say others should play. But, you know, if I tell others to play a certain way first, I should be playing it that way first. So, I used to watch True Stream Media quite a lot, but I've been there's some things that I see what they're doing and I don't like it. So I've kind of stopped seeing True Stream Media's videos. But I mean, right now it's a certain information that I'm looking for type of videos, but it's still good to, I guess, explore people's videos even regardless, because they'll give you snippets of information. It's about figuring out the information that's pertinent. Ooh, pocket 8s, crazy 8, 88 on a big blind. Yeah, I know they can. I know what their science or technology is currently able to do. Interesting stuff. Like, I'm not laying these pocket 8s down. Well, let's see if anyone's can make a play. I think 576 is 901 maybe. Oh yeah. This is not an all-in hand, so I will call that 6,000. So will he. Oh, so not a betting hand. Most likely he's got the ace. Oh man, I got lucky though. I think I got lucky because I was willing to go all in on this hand, and we got two raise callers. So I have a feeling one of them has the ace, if not both. I will be pissed if I get an 8 on the turn of the river. But you know, sometimes you gotta let that hand go, and sometimes you get lucky by what other people do. No way I'm winning that hand unless there's an 8. Yeah, whew. Yeah, I got lucky getting away from that. All right. Oh shoot. Worst hand. I should have hidden that anyway. Maybe 901's looking at me, seeing what I got. No, I'm not gonna call this. So he's got to have a pretty strong hand to bet that many chips. So a lot of people are gonna respect that bet. Like him, even if he had like pocket. Oh no, if he had pocket pair, you'd probably call. If he has like ace 10, ace jack, he'd be so tempted to call right now, but I don't think he is. I think if he had pocket pair, he might go for it. Okay. Chip lead is just sitting there. 203 players left on 23 tables. 14 players have to fall out before anyone gets prize pool. Let's see. Oh, shit. This is my second favorite hand. A second favorite hand that I don't like to play. Let me just say that. I don't like to play this hand, but I like to play it if I'm able to. And I'm not going to call that. In cash games, pocket pair 2s are fun. Because no one expects you to have pocket pair 2s. Especially if someone raises before you and you call. I mean, if a 2 comes up on that flop, unless they got a higher pocket pair, and if you avoid that flush draw or straight draw, 2s can knock someone out bad. 201 players on 23 tables. 12 more people need to be, I guess, dropped out before anyone makes it to the money. And that's when it gets fun, I think, at peak, because a lot of people hold off until they make the money. And then you're going to see those with like small chip stacks just start going all in because they figured, oh, I'm in the money. Oh, crap. I should have hit that. They go, oh, I'm in the money. You know, I could play a little bit loose. So they'll start playing like king, queen, queen, jack, jack, queen, things like that. And that's good. This one, I hope 214 does not call, but I am putting these guys all in. As long as 214 doesn't call in, and I'm hoping he doesn't. Like, I'm hoping he doesn't have jacks or better. Anyone else, I'm okay with. Like, many people wouldn't even bother to go all in, just raise it, but I want to make sure they don't come in cheap. Good. I'm sitting happy with this bet. Take it to them to go all in. They know I play tight, so they know I've got something. But they don't know exactly what I've got. And they're wanting to make the money. So, alright. That's good. 198 players. Oh, you think I need to go all in there? Wait till you see this hand. This is a hand that I'm willing to go all out on. Not just all in, but all out. And once someone calls or folds, I'll show you what I got. This is much better than the hand that I had previously. Much better. I mean, they're probably thinking, oh, he must not have a hand. But now they're going to be like, oh, did he have really a good hand then? Now he doesn't have that good of a hand? Yeah, you'll see it. You'll see it. This is the best hand I've had all tournament. All tournament. Sorry for the suspense. You'll know soon, Antarctic. Yeah, I had pocket kings. I'll show it. People are like, does he show anything? Yeah, I finally showed a hand. Usually don't want to. Oh man, ace king offsuit. Now I've got ace king offsuit. I have a slew of good hands. Fudge. He's doing initial raise. I didn't hide this in time, but still. Ace king is a good hand. But he bets into it. The raise is just a mini raise. Like, I'm afraid of this hand. I'm seriously afraid of this hand. Yeah, I was hoping the kings would pay off more. But now if I just call this one, that'd be dumb to raise it. It's like I might just have wasted. I might just have wasted a good amount of money here. 901. Dang it, really? What do I do? I'm folding ace king offsuit. I'm sorry. I'm just not many would fold ace king offsuit. Not many at all would fold ace king offsuit. That wasn't big raise, but again, I'm going against a bigger chip stack. And he was, yeah. I'm telling you, I'd say 99% of people would say that was a bad fold. But again, this is a tournament. Like, all it takes is him having jacks or queens, and I'm already slightly behind. I'd rather have another pocket pair king. I'd rather have pocket pair queens against my ace king. Against a chip stack like that. I'd rather be ahead in the beginning than behind. So that's my analysis. You can play the way you play. This is how I play. It hurts because ace king offsuit is a hard hand to lay down pre-flop. Oh man, that was a tough one. I'm serious. I was like, yeah, you know, if it was a card for me to go out on, oh, I'd love that hand, ace king offsuit. Like, if I was strapped for chips, yeah, in a heartbeat. But yeah, if I want to make this to the final table, heck, if I even want to make it to the places paid, like, there's 195 players left on 22 tables, 189 places paid, 6 players I have to survive. If I survive 6 players, I already made the money. So at that point, I don't care if I lose, but I care about winning. I want to win. I want to see how good I am. You know, it's been a while. If I have to win by folding ace king offsuit, I'm gonna fold ace king offsuit. But again, you know, it really depends on the person. The chip. See, online poker tournaments, just poker tournaments in general, is a different game. It's you know, what are you going for, right? Like, maybe he had pocket jacks, maybe he had pocket queens, maybe I could have beaten him. You know, double my chip stack, get me a better placement of maybe getting to the final table. But you know, all I have to be is wrong once. All I have to do is lose once against a bigger chip stack, and I'm out. Yeah, get in money first. If that chance came up again, I'd take it. But right now, you know, double my entry fee into the game. It's a win-win. So it's tough. Like, ace king, no question. It's like, I don't care if I play that all in and lose, get sucked out. But if, so, you know, I said, oh, I played ace king offsuit all in against a bigger chip stack with like 6 other players left before I made money, that just doesn't sound as good, you know? So maybe someone learns. Maybe this is a big moment, you know? And typically poker is about the hand, not the hands that you didn't play. It's about the hands that you do play. It doesn't matter any hand that you don't play, because you didn't lose or win with that play, right? It's about the hands that you play. So I'm not worried about the ace king offsuit because I didn't play with it. So far, there hasn't been a hand that I regret playing because I didn't really. I'm not. It wasn't, first, it wasn't a bad hand, and second is, like, I didn't lose with that hand, so I don't regret it. So far, I don't regret any hand that I played so far. I'm gonna make the prize pool. No, there's 3 more players that need to lose before I make money, and then it's about trying to get to the final table. What did Leela make upstairs? She said she made a circle.
The maze thing, the little ball maze.
Oh, she made it inside the thing? Oh, that's good. She loves mazes. You know, maybe I should get a shirt. Maybe if I start doing well and win this one, maybe I'll just do poker videos on the side and make shirts like I fold ace king offsuit. that'll be my my shirt. I fold ace king offsuit. I would love to wear one of those at the poker table. It's like I fold ace king offsuit. That'll make people think. It's like he folds ace king offsuit. It's like, then what is this guy playing with? Yeah. Well, that's risky. That's risky. He has to have aces or kings to go all in against a high chip stack. 334. Gotta remember that guy. All right, 181 players. Pocket fours, easy laydown. People are going to be like, really crazy? Are you serious? You're laying down pocket fours? Cash game, yeah, it might be okay. Again, this is not cash game. This is not even like real cash game. This is online, plus it's a tournament. So what I would normally play in cash games, I would not play here. Like I said, my favorite card I don't like to play with is 10-4 suited. Second best hand, favorite hand that I don't like playing with in tournaments, but I love playing with in cash games are pocket pair twos. And low pocket pairs catch people by surprise. It's unsuspecting, especially when someone raises. And you know, if you have a chip stack, you're not going to care about a raise that much. You want to see the flop. You know, the odds of you getting a set on a flop ain't high, but once you get it, the payoff is good. Payoff is real good, especially if someone's got aces, pocket pair aces, pocket pair kings. They don't want to lay down. They're going to bet into it. They're betting into a 3 of a kind. Hi, Susie Greer. Yeah, this is a weird stream. This is the first online tournament I played in. I'm not sure, maybe 2 or 3 years. I don't remember if I played within a year. I'm not sure if I even played within 2 years. I know I might have played within 3. So about 2 to 3 years, I'd say. I figured, hell, I've always wanted to live stream me playing poker. It's kind of like give people an idea of how I play poker. You know, it's not like I'm a well-known poker player or anything like that. I'm just your average elite gamer, ex-gamer, average elite local cash game poker player. So just my own insights into playing poker, and it's different, definitely different. 214 has been solid all tournament. He is someone that is definitely going to make the final table. I would think the way he plays very similar to me, maybe a lot more tighter, but he had the cards early on, so he had pretty solid position, and we haven't seen him play a hand in a long time. He did play a hand against me, and I did beat him, so I am happy about that. What did I do? Yeah, I don't know. What did you do? 576. Fold, man. Fold. You're one person away. See, he's smart. He's using as much time as he can because he knows he's low on chips. He's hoping someone else is playing and they go out first. Because actually someone else has, let's see, player 09261. Yeah, so he's smart. He's making sure someone else gets out first, and it's on break. All right, so I'm sitting pretty in the prize pool. I'm not gonna make any rash decisions unless I get pocket pair aces, pocket pair kings, in the next hand. But anyways, I'm taking a 5-minute break. I'll see you guys in 5 minutes. All right, I'm back. And break is done in 3, 2, 1, and cover up. Okay, I'm not playing this. Well, I might. We'll see. Never know until it's your turn to make the call. It's important too. I'd say if there's another guideline I'd like to make for online or any tournament poker, if they have breaks, take the break. Go stretch your legs. Go get a drink of water. Go use the restroom. And the breaks are usually more than 5 minutes in real life. It's like 15, sometimes half an hour. Usually 15 minutes. Depends on the tournament. So chip stacks. If 334 wasn't playing, you normally would. Everyone's made the table. 870 players on 21 tables. 189 places paid. So no matter what, people will have made the money. So, oh wow, Jack, Jack, Ace, Ace, and pocket aces win it. So now there's a big differential between making the money and making more money. 7 deuce offsuit. Wow. Majority of the night. That's kind of what I always have, huh? So you really don't get, I mean, still, I'd say like $670 is a good amount of money. But like, until you make the second table 18 and up, like you want to be the second to last person to leave the second table, which is prize money is $814, which is good. It's getting up near the thousands. You make the final table, 9th place is 1169, 1169. But as always, you want to be number one. If you can't be number one, try to make it as close to number one. Like 3rd place is good money. Like it's $10,000 for 3rd place, 14,500 for 2nd, and 20,000 for 1st. I'd settle for first. I'd settle for 4th if I knew I was gonna get 4th. then take a risk and get like 6th or 7th, right? So it's kind of like, what are you hoping to win? Some people just want to win the whole thing for glory, and yeah, if I was in a position to win the whole thing, I'd stick to my plan. That's the 3rd guide that I would probably say in any tournament poker, whether it's online or not. Stick to a plan. You've got a plan, you've got a strategy, stick to that strategy. And if you've stuck to that strategy and you're in a good position, well, that strategy's worked. Okay? When you play enough tournament poker, you realize when you might want to change your strategy. Like if you're playing pretty tight, like 214 and me, and people are playing loose, a little bit looser, you might be able to play a little bit looser. And you might know that, or you just keep playing super tight and go all in and don't really go for the slight above bets. For me, I'm just going to go ahead and go all in on Queen Jack offsuit. I don't expect anyone to call. If they do, I'm in deep trouble, but most likely they're not. And if I do get a call, I still have some outs. All right, I made a decent amount of chips without even playing, without having to see any cards. I'd take those chips. Take the chips where you don't have to see any cards. That's the easiest chips to win. Again, you didn't see me re-raise over anybody. I was the first to act, and that's when I made my all-in. So it's just little things like that. Like if you can go back and see where you made no mistakes, or someone might see that you made a mistake, that's something you could think about. But right now, I haven't thought about any mistakes I made, so I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just making sure like I'm doing good the way I have been playing, so I'm gonna keep playing the way I have been playing. Let's go. Let's see. Ugh. Like no, I'm not gonna play this hand. Again, let's see. I'm sitting pretty average. Just For the table, I'm sitting, yeah, right in the middle. No need to make any drastic moves. I think an all-in. If you're gonna go an all-in, you might want to bluff it. Jack 10, but you don't want to raise it to like 10,000. Someone will go over you or just call, and then you're left with, well, shoot, I don't want to go all in with Jack 10. Calling someone, you want someone to call you on 10 Jack 10 in a way, because you've already made your move. No need to dwell on it. It might have been a bad move, but it was your move. But don't make a bad move from someone else's move, you know? So if you're going to go all in, take the initial position to go all in, unless you're slow playing a person. That means you've got the hand that you know you're going to win it, but you're letting the other person bet into it, and you put more money. You go have them all in, because if you would have bet, you might have scared them off. But by checking, you make them a little bit emboldened about how good their cards might actually be. But then when you go over them, they're either gonna have to call or you know, and if they call, it's better for you. If they fold, no matter what, you've made extra money. So that's what slow playing does and is. And that's how I usually like to play in cash games. I like to slow play. Tournament play, you don't want to slow play. You want to limit the times you do slow play. I would say don't play the way you would normally play in a cash game, in a tournament game, until you're at the final table. And when you're okay with the money that you, I guess, won. Like, if you don't care about that stuff, go at it and play how you play, whether it's random, loose, however. But people will notice, because people play poker with me a lot, and it's usually the cash games. They're gonna be like, wow, I can't believe you played like that. It's because I have a plan. I have a strategy. It's my strategy. Like here, remember I had the ace king offsuit in the same position last time, right before the money, and I laid that down. Well, it's no brainer. I'm gonna lay ace jack offsuit down in this position. People would be like, are you crazy? That's a good hand. I'd raise that. I mean, I went all in with Jack 10 offsuit. It's a little bit different because I wasn't in this position when I went with Jack 10. And I was going against chip stacks that were smaller than mine. So you got to keep those factors in mind. It's almost like chess. You're thinking ahead a couple of moves. It's not really you're thinking ahead a couple of moves. You're just thinking ahead a couple players, right? Substitute moves for players. So you're thinking ahead a couple players. You're saying, who's in front of me? What are their possibilities? How much chips do they have? And that's all poker is. You don't have to remember the entire tournament of how someone's played. Yeah, it helps that I played with 214 the entire tournament. I understand the types of cards he plays and how he bets and things like that. And I know enough to stay away unless I have good hand. But I'm not playing him any differently than I would any other chip leader. Because the more you stay away from the chip leaders, the better chances of you surviving in the tournament. And so pick on the little guys, I guess. It's like you got to have that bully mentality. You know, I know a lot of people like to go against the bigger chip stacks, being the underdog and whatnot, but you really do want to focus on the little smaller chips. Take away what little they got, because they're not going to play as tight as some of the bigger players, because multiple factors go into it. I'm not going to play that, but I just like to wait around a lot. The reason why is say pocket nines over ace queen. I knew he had something good, but it's a good hand. The reason why is people who have lower chips, maybe they made a bad play, maybe they played with something loose, but whatever it is, they made a mistake, and then it kind of shows for it most of the time. Oh, wow. And if they didn't make a mistake and they got sucked out, they had a good hand. They're kind of on a small tilt. Wow. It's a tough one. It's just a call. I don't see 214 raising it. I see him calling or folding, but he'll call because of the action. But again, that's something I want to get out on. If it starts being a re-raise type of thing. 214 is someone to re-raise. He would do that. And then I'm committed on ace-9 suited that I don't like. There's a reason why I don't like ace-9 suited. It made me think though, right? You know, I would normally play an ace-9 suited in a cash game in a small blind against a double raise. You know, they only doubled the raise. It's not a big raise. Cash game is a whole lot different. So once you get that mentality out of your head that you're not playing a cash game, it's a different ball game, and it's a fun different ball game. You know? Yeah, I was good to not have wasted 7,500 extra chips. And people are slowing down. They're not going to raise all in. They're going to just try to use the chips you have. So it's a harrowing experience. Like the tournament phase, you've got the early phase, which is kind of like the wild west. You don't know what's going to happen. So usually I just try not to even play it. Like the first hour that I missed of the tournament, like, okay, I don't care. I'm down 520 chips, you know, out of 15,000. I'd rather survive that Wild West shootout. And then what happens in a fast, like the blinds change really fast in this tournament. It's just surviving. You just do whatever you can to survive. And once you survive and you're in the money round, look, just a while ago, 189 players, right? We made it after that break. Now it's 139 players. It's almost like 100 players out every hour. So after the next hour, I mean, things start kind of slowing down, but after the next hour, expect there to be 3 or 4 tables left. And then after that, there's going to be the final table. So in 2 hours, if I'm still playing, I'm still live. I mean, it's been 3 hours now. And the tournament has gone on for 4 hours now. I'll be at the final table in about 2 hours. If I'm still playing. So it's a marathon, but it's not really as bad of a marathon as it is in like real tournament poker. I mean, you have a real poker tournament that's not online with, let's see, there's 939 entrants. It would take 2 days because they don't have the ante levels that we just went through. I'm not playing Jack 4 so you guys can see that. So it's so different. It's fun. It's weird because now it's a whole different ball game. Like it's like I don't need to wait. I've got enough chip stacks. I could wait a long time. You know, I could wait till my chip stacks maybe. Actually, I'm not sitting as good as I'd want to. Maybe if I doubled up, it'd be better. But yeah, I probably survive 20 hands without having to make a play hand I don't really like. Wow, we get to see a non-all-in hand. Yeah. 253. Ooh, 334 with an all-in and a call. Oh, he's going for the flush draw, but 253 had a bigger flush draw. And I think he had a pair. Oh, 334. He was looking for gold. He was looking for that payout. Ouch. 253 had him all the way. In spades, literally. Wow. That's gotta hurt. He was the one that went all in too. That's gotta hurt. All in on that flush draw. 334. Why can't I play against you? Is he on tilt, or is he's gonna wait for another hand? Oh, he's gonna wait for another hand. He's not on tilt. Wow. Many people would be on tilt with that. Making a move like that and losing. He got the flush, but he got someone else with the bigger flush. Ouch. Ouch. Now he's got to play super tight. He played loose once, right? Just that bad loose move. Now he's got to play super tight. But you also have to watch out for him. He'll pretty much call with like an ace. Oh, okay, he's not. Yeah, but see, he's got a lower chip. Like I'd expect him to call with something like an ace 10, right? Anyone else who calls like an all-in, they're gonna have ace king or pocket queens, whatever. So you can pick on the little guy in poker, and that's gonna be better off for you. Like right now, if I had to go against anyone, 334 is who I'd go against, right? You'd be thinking the same thing. Wow, it's like about 10,000 chips every blind that you steal. Actually, I might have to make my move soon. 6,000, 10,000. I might have to make my move before the next big blind. So I'll be in 30,000 chips, and before that I'll be in like 18 or 15,000 chips. Wow. Yeah, I gotta make a move soon. Within 8 more hands, I need to make a move. And here we go. Here's a good move. Here's a hand that I want to get out on. I wouldn't mind losing on a big blind with an all-in with pocket eights. So you might see that happen. And you can't play it any other way. Yeah, he's gonna raise. I'm gonna go all in. The only way to play it. No ace. No ace. No ace. No ace. Yes. Alright, that was a good one. Whew. Stayed in with those pocket eights against ace 7. See, pocket pair is good. It's not as bad as people think. People think they'd rather have the ace 7. I'd have it pocket eights. You just have to dodge 3 cards, and that's 3 aces. Or ace 7, but still. There's not as many cards you need to dodge. So 82,000. I can see, like, I'm sitting in average. Just under average again. I haven't really gotten above average since this tournament started, since I sat at the table. But one day, maybe, I'll get above average. Show you an 8. Wow. Surviving on these not so strong cards. So highlight, I played best card I've had was pocket kings. Best card I folded was ace king offsuit. best card I didn't play was either Ace Queen Ops. Well, I don't know. I guess the Ace King offsuit was the best hand I didn't play. All right, Queen 4 offsuit. Definitely not gonna play that. The thing is, oh, where'd 2 and 4 go? Did he? I think he got moved to a different table. So I got someone else on to my left now. So super tight 2 and 4 is gone. 7-4-1. I don't know how he plays. He played any ace because he had a lot of chips. Don't think he's gonna make that same mistake to me next time. I'll go with these guys. Don't. Oh, that guy left. Did I get moved to a different table? I don't know. Yeah, no. A couple players moved. 112 players on 13 tables. 12 more tables to go, folks. 939 entrants. So it's respectable and not like a huge tournament. That's kind of what I like about these online tournaments. They're not really huge, but they're good enough. Like if you want to spend a good afternoon or like a full day or night, not have to worry about playing again the next day or whatever. Like if you're gonna play a tournament, a live tournament, not online, you're pretty much you have to plan out for like 2 days, if not 3 days. Possibility of 3 or 4 days actually, if you're gonna make the final round. So you don't have to worry about that when you play online. It's a different ball game. You don't know how people you don't get to see people's mannerisms, their motions and things like that. You're pretty much playing by the cards, by the position. Every hand is pretty much almost the same, despite a few different times of the tournament. Like before the money round, before you get placed into money, you're gonna play a little bit different. Oh, pocket 8, survive again. Ouch, king queen. Oh, I'm not playing with 6 deuce. Oh, let's go say nice hand. And see the numbers. I was like the 25th person to buy entry into the tournament. I didn't realize that. Some of them are pretty late. So pretty early entrant, because I just knew I was going to want to play this tournament. There aren't many tournaments that are this big very often. And perfect time. It's winter. We're not going to spend the weekend outdoors. Ooh, this guy might make a... Oh, he just want to check. 529. Have I played with 529? I could go back in the video maybe. Let's just play it normal. I wouldn't bet with the card I had before. I'm definitely not going to bet now. He's probably got an ace or a king. So my only chance is a queen. I would rather have a 9 than a queen, because he could have an ace queen, king jack, queen jack, something like that. I doubt he has a 9 in his hand. So any bet, I'm gone. Thanks for letting me see the entire board, buddy. He had an ace. No one's eager to bet on a board like that without an ace. Decent small blind hand. Not good. Decent. Oof. Oof. I kind of like that. I'm not gonna be ahead, but if I lose, I'm not out. And here we go. Oh, I'm ahead. I'm not ahead. Oh, ouch. That stung a bit, I will say that. I don't regret that call. I don't regret the hand that I had. It just didn't pan out. It's the way it goes. Now I gotta make a move. So, King Jack offsuit over his Queen 10. I had him beaten strides. He needed a Queen or a 10. And even if he had a 10, I mean, whichever he had, which he had, all I need is just one of the overcards. If he had a 10 on the flop, I just needed a Jack. But a King or Jack. If he had a Queen, I needed a King, so I still had a little bit of outs. But he got that flop. Oh, that hurts. All right, here we go again. King Jack offsuit. I'm pretty much going all in. Again, the same 3-3-4. Yeah, I know he's not gonna have a good hand, but I'd rather go up against him, who I know he doesn't play strong. So this is it, folks. I have a feeling I might be out. He beat me once. He might beat me again with worse cards. Oh, and he has better cards. Oh, I need a king. I have no king. That's it. 380 bucks. That's not bad. Dang it. Oh well. Let's say good game. All right, that's it, folks. You'll probably see me playing the next tournament. I think next week there's a tournament, a bigger tournament. I like if I had to do it over again, maybe I would have played tighter during the money rounds. But that first call that he had, I had a good feeling about it. It didn't pan out, and then he had a bigger chip stack after that win, and oh wow, it got the straight. And that's just the way poker goes sometimes. It always does that. Okay, anyways, that's it. Thank you for joining me, and hopefully you had fun. And tomorrow night, if I don't do a live stream tonight, Antarctic Expedition will do a live stream tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right. Thanks, everybody. See you guys.